Okay, guys, get ready. We are starting. I will remind you the rules for those who haven't been here before. I'll remind the rules for those who played it before, and for those who are joining for the first time, guys, there are the rules. So, every correctly answered question will give you points. The faster you answer to the question, the more points you will get at the end. Also, you will have 20 seconds for today's trivia for every question. In order for you to answer, you will have 20 seconds. The answer will be revealed faster if all the participants will answer faster than 20 seconds that was given to you originally. And also, if you accidentally disconnect or you join the stream later, that's totally fine. You can still connect to the game later. As soon as you join, right? So you don't have to join from the very beginning, from the very start to stay there. You can obviously accidentally disconnect or leave, and then you will be able to rejoin, but obviously it will affect your overall points at the end. So rules are easy, guys. Now prepare your phones, tablets, computers, wherever you are going to get to trivia. Phone will be the most appropriate one because this is originally made for mobile phones or cell phones. We can start. Okay, guys, in today's trivia, the topic is food origin. We all love food, right? It is essential for us to be healthy, energetic, and actually survive. But not many of us know where that specific food, dish, fruit, vegetable came from, right? And not only that, some things we just cannot eat for some reason, right? So, guys, today we will talk about this, and yeah, potentially you will learn something new, guys. That's what I'm trying to say, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, listen the press story, guys. The tomato is a foundational ingredient in many European cuisines, particularly Italian and Spanish. Despite its prominence in Old World dishes, the tomato plant is a New World native. When it was first introduced to Europe, particularly in the 16th century, it was widely distrusted and even labeled poisonous by the wealthy elite. Now the question, guys. The question. What surprising, non-botanical reason caused wealthy Europeans to fear eating the tomato for nearly 200 years? Its bright color, tomato juice, a church decree, church disagree with that, right? Or because it was infested with insects. What was the reason why wealthy Europeans were fearing eating tomatoes? All right, guys. Answers are on the table. So, guys, the wealthy in Europe commonly ate off pewter plates, which had a very high lead content. The tomato's high acidity would lead to lead out of the pewter into the food, causing lead poisoning. The poor, who ate off wooden plates, suffered no such ill effects, but the tomato's bad reputation was firmly established among the elite, who wrote the history books. Okay. The concept of mixing snow or ice with flavoring to make a frozen treat is ancient, with early versions consumed by cultures in the Mediterranean, Persia, and China. However, the first recipe, closely resembling modern milk and sugar-based ice cream, a dish reserved for royalty and nobility, emerged in a very surprising, rainy location in the 17th century. Now the question. Which country is credited with publishing the very first recipe for a true cream-based ice cream in the 1600s? Italy, France, England, or China? Italy, France, England, or China? Okay. While the Italians had frozen desserts and the Chinese had early milky mixtures, the first known recipe for a sweet, cream-based ice cream was published in 1672 in England, and it also called The Closet of Sir Kenelm Digby Opened. It was a dessert of dairy, sugar, and flavoring made like ice. It quickly became a luxury dish for the English monarchy, with the first recorded mention of it in the New World appearing in 1744. Correct answer is C, England, guys. So listen, the famous salad, beloved for its creamy dressing, crisp romaine, and croutons, is often assumed to have a classic Roman or high-end European restaurant origin. It's true. Inventor was a chef who was forced to improvise in a moment of crisis after a holiday rush had depleted his kitchen's usual ingredients. Question, guys. In which city was the now iconic Caesar salad invented in 1924? New York City, United States, Paris in France, Tijuana in Mexico, or Rome in Italy? In which city was the now iconic Caesar salad invented in 1924? All right, I see that everyone went with different answers with all the options that was provided. Now let's see the answer, guys. The Caesar salad was invented by Italian-American chef Cesare Cardini at his restaurant in Tijuana, Mexico in 1924. After a busy 4th of July weekend, his kitchen was nearly out of supplies. He didn't have enough ingredients to prepare his usual menu, so he mixed up a salad with what he had left: romaine lettuce, olive oil, raw egg, Parmesan cheese, Worcestershire. Moody, it's a British thing, okay? It's a British location. Can you please help me out to pronounce this? I know I was pronouncing it before, but I think I failed with this right now. Worcestershire sauce. Listen up, guys. In the late 19th century, two brothers, John and Will Kellogg, ran a sanitarium in Michigan that advocated for a strict vegetarian diet. They were attempting to bake a wheat porridge for their patients, but left the dough to sit for too long, causing it to go stale and ferment. They attempt to salvage the mess by rolling it out anyways. Meow Jazz. So, now the question, guys. When they finally rolled out the spoiled, stiffened wheat dough, what unexpected food phenomenon did they observe? Puffed in spheres, that dough broke into flakes, turned into patty, or the dough melted in sugary syrup? When they finally rolled out the spoiled, stiffened wheat dough, what unexpected food phenomenon did they observe, guys? Okay, now the right answer, guys. The wheat dough broke into small, thin sheets that they baked anyway, creating the first form of flaked cereal. They later switched to corn to improve the flavor and texture, leading to the invention of corn flakes in 1894. This discovery was a total accident, a result of spoiled dough and a desperate attempt to save it. So correct answer is, it broke into small, crisp flakes. Okay, the discovery of coffee is often traced back to a specific region in the highlands of East Africa. According to legend, the stimulating properties of the coffee bean were first observed not by a human, but by a shepherd who noticed a bizarre change in the behavior of his livestock after they ate the red berries from a certain bush. The question, guys. According to the most popular legend, what kind of animals first led a human to discover the energizing properties of the coffee bean? Camels, sheep, goats, or donkeys? According to the most popular legend, what kind of animal first led a human to discover the energizing properties of the coffee bean? guys. Okay, everyone has voted. And all right, correct answer. The legend states that an Ethiopian goatherd named Kaldi noticed his goats becoming unusually energetic, dancing, and unable to sleep after eating the berries of a particular bush. Kaldi reported this to an abbot, who initially disapproved and threw the berries into a fire. The aroma of the roasting beans was so appealing that abbot salvaged them, crushed them, and mixed them with water, creating the first crude cup of coffee. Correct answer is C, goats, guys. Listen, chili peppers are a key element in cuisines worldwide. The Scoville-rated fruits of the capsicum plant are a New World species. Their widespread adoption after the Columbian Exchange was so rapid that many cultures now have entire cuisines built around them, making their origin confusing. The question, guys: which region of the world contains the earliest archaeological evidence of the domestication and consumption of chili peppers dating back over 6,000 years? Southeast Asia, South America, the Mediterranean, or West Africa? All right, guys, chili peppers originated in the Americas. The earliest evidence of the domestication has been found in the highlands of Bolivia and the Amazon basin in Ecuador, where capsicum species were cultivated more than 6,000 years ago, making it one of the oldest domesticated food crops in the region. They were only introduced to the rest of the world by Spanish and Portuguese traders. So correct answer is South America, location Bolivia and Ecuador to be precise. So correct answer is A, guys. Okay, guys, ready? Listen. The sandwich is a simple food that has been around in various forms for millennia. Think of ancient pita or flatbread wraps, However, the English word sandwich is surprisingly modern and comes directly from the title of a specific 18th century nobleman whose vice necessitated a convenient handheld meal. So sandwiches in the past, guys, were slightly different, okay? Not like we see them nowadays. So the sandwich is named after the Earl of Sandwich, a British aristocrat. The question now, guys: what has his primary leisure activity that required him to eat meat between two slices of bread? A. Horse riding. B. Attending the Royal Opera. C. Gambling. Or D. Writing poetry. What was his primary leisure activity that required him to eat meat between two slices of bread, guys? Interesting! Guys, the sandwich is named after John Montagu, the 4th Earl of Sandwich. The Earl was an avid and dedicated gambler who spent hours at the card table. To avoid leaving the game for a proper meal, he instructed his servants to serve him sliced meat between two pieces of bread. This allowed him to eat with one hand while holding his cards in the other in the name and the name stuck. Basically, guys, the right answer is C, gambling. Let's go. Curry is one of the most popular dishes. A comfort food available everywhere from convenience stores to specialized restaurants. However, this staple of Japanese cuisine was not imported directly from India, as a lot of people may think. It was introduced to Japan during the Meiji Restoration in late 1800s, guys, that century, through a surprising specific channel. Now, guys, the question: which foreign institution was responsible for introducing and popularizing curry in Japan? A. American trade ships. B. French royal cuisine chefs. C. The British Navy. Or D. German missionaries. Which foreign institution was responsible for introducing and popularizing curry in Japan? Okay, no one chose American trade ships, and you guys did the right choice. In this situation, curry became popular in Japan after it was adopted as a standard meal by the British Royal Navy, who had in turn adapted the dish from their time in India. The newly formed Imperial Japanese Navy adopted British naval practices, including the diet. Navy curry became a routine meal on ships because because it was nutritious and easy to prepare in large batches, and it prevented scurvy. It quickly transitioned to the civil population, becoming a curry rice from Japanese. So correct answer is the British Navy. The image in this situation, guys, shows a large saltish fish, a large pinkish red substance that looks like a rock formation. Despite its appearance, it is a key ingredient in many modern kitchens and is marketed as a healthier, more mineral-rich alternative to common table salt. The question now: from what geographical feature is the substance pictured mined, guys? A. The Dead Sea. B. Himalayas in Pakistan. C. Andes Mountains. Or D. Coast of Iceland. Where exactly this pink salt is being mined? Guys, the Dead Sea, Himalayas in Pakistan, Andes Mountains, or coast of Iceland. Alright, most of you provided the right answer, and it's indeed correct. Himalayan pink salt is not mined in the Himalayas themselves, but from the Hevra salt mine in the Salt Range Mountains of Punjab, Pakistan, about 300 kilometers from the Himalayas. This salt dates back to the evaporation of an ancient inland sea millions of years ago, and its pink color comes from trace minerals like iron oxide. Listen up, the bananas we eat today are seedly, sweet, and easy to peel. They are the result of centuries of selective breeding. The image shows the wild ancestor of the modern cultivated banana. Guys, question: what is the most distinct and surprising feature of the wild banana that was pictured behind that makes it in particular for modern consumption? A. It has bitter sour flavor. B. It's large with hard seeds. C. Extremely toxic. Or D. It has a dense peel. So what is the reason why we can't eat this wild banana? Okay. Guys, the image, look at this. The image clearly shows the wild banana's interior, which is mostly filled with large black marble-like seeds. They are extremely big and they take out most of the space of the banana from the inside. The fruit flesh is minimal and difficult to eat, obviously, right? Modern domesticated bananas that you can buy in stores or anywhere else, guys, that you can see whether they are green, yellow, already big or small, doesn't matter, are sterile and mostly seedless, containing only tiny black specks. Obviously, you see them, but they are like, you can't even really bite them. A trait called parthenocarpy, which makes them the convenient edible fruit we know today. So guys, that was it. Let's reveal who is the winner of today's trivia. Let's check. Oh my god. Oh my god. T? Who is T? Is it T-Ski? Guys, I think T won today's trivia, guys. Congratulations. So yes, good job, guys. Now we can officially close today's trivia, guys. Thank you so much for participating. If you like what you're watching, don't forget to share, like, subscribe, chat, write in comments. If you want to join our trivias, we have trivias every day on stream, on live streams. So yes, don't forget to check out Twitch and come back here later again. And as of now, guys, thank you so much. Congratulations once again, and I will see you on Monday with our next trivia. All right.